So what do you do when you're in the doldrums and horse riding isn't so much fun anymore? What do you do when you're having a bit of a bad run and it doesn't feel like you're getting anywhere and it doesn't feel like you and your horse are progressing? Well, there's a few different things you can do, and there's a few different things I do. And just to break things up a little bit and to take me back to basics a little bit. Sometimes with horses, like everything in life, we get so wound up in what we're achieving, we forget why we started in the first place. Take it back to, why do you get involved with horses? You know, have a think about that. But you know, like, there's a few different things you can actually do with your horse that can make it more fun. The first thing I love to go and do is go and do something different. So, you know, I might be prepping horses for competition and things might all just be getting a little intense. Or I might have a young horse that's throwing me a few problems. You know, break it up, go for a ride, go for a trail ride, go out the bush for a day, go and do a clinic on the trail. You know, get away from what you do normally and expand your horizons a little bit and give your horse a break too. You know, maybe the problem is if you're doing a lot of arena work, maybe he's just had enough of being in the arena. Maybe he just wants to go out and wet his feet in a dam. So, you know, just go and do something a little bit different. Something else you could do is maybe you could actually go and have a lesson with someone different, even in a different discipline. Maybe you like doing, you know, low-level dressage. Go get a show jumping lesson. Go and do a working ec day. You know, just go and break it up. Go and try something new and remember what it's like to have that excitement and that enthusiasm of something new and exciting, you know, so that you've actually got something that you can go home and play with, something new you can work on, just something to reignite that spark. Something else you can do is, you know, just go and hang with some really positive people. Maybe you're in an agistment centre and maybe everybody's a little down on the world. Maybe the weather's been a bit harsh lately and the arena's wet and soggy and the paddocks are wet and soggy, and maybe you just need to go and break it up. Go and catch up with some horse riding friends who are on the other side of town. Go and check out what they've been doing. You know, go over to their arena and go for a ride with them. Just bring some more positive people into your life who can help you work through it. And, you know, maybe they'll teach you something new while you're at it. The other thing you always consider is maybe you and your horse do need a little break. You know, sometimes that's not a bad thing. Sometimes they need a spell and you need a spell. And then what will happen is after that break, you'll come back refreshed and motivated and you can go on with where you left off. It's really important to never ride a horse to the point where both you and your horse are bored and really going backwards. You know, if maybe they just need a spell. Maybe they haven't had a spell for a while. You know, and that might just be a couple of weeks of just them getting to hang out in the paddock. But, you know, just think about what's going on around you and think about, the really important thing too is think about what's going on in your life. You know, are you in the doldrums with your horse because you're really pushed at work, because your kids have got a lot of sport on, because, you know, school's getting to you and you're under a lot of pressure? You know, all that stuff can really affect your relationship with your horse. So, you know, maybe you need to have a think about all of that and go, well, hang on, this is interfering. And maybe what you need to do is actually allocate some time where it is horse time so that you can do it guilt-free. That's a really big thing, is that, you know, especially older parents, they feel guilty when they go and do horse stuff because they're not doing stuff with their kids. So, you know, really make sure that you set that time aside. Go away to a 2-day clinic, go and stay somewhere and, you know, organise it well in advance so that, you know, you are guilt-free when you go. And, you know, hopefully by just having a look at what you're doing and trying a few different things, you might be able to go back to having lots of fun with your horse riding.